Hey, we're on page 8, guys. You can see here, it's a bit of review. It's some of the stuff you've already done. The terms that are listed in the top part of your page were on a page we didn't give you. So we gave you questions we gave you no answers for. You may know some of those things already. It's a little bit of a trick. You can complain later. So if you don't fill in the blanks too much, I don't think we'll die. All right. I do want to go to the center portion I did not deal with on page number 5 when I started. It has to do with having more than one term or terms that are a single term. It doesn't mean a lot to you right now. It's confusing. We'll use it later for some, well, like those big words, the distributive. Well, all right. Look, let's look at these pieces in the middle of the page. We have something there on page 8, 3x plus 4. Also, we have like a 2ab. We've got a 4xy over 9 and a 6x squared and a 4y squared. And they want to know which ones are a single term. Only one term. That doesn't make any sense, does it? But that's algebra. They invent this so they can have mathematicians to pay high dollar that are confused. All right, the point is, see that plus sign? That's one piece, that's a second piece. How many pieces is it? 2 terms. Now you know algebra. Oh, well, that's 2 terms, Mr. Rick. There you go. That's 2 terms. Here you go, 2ab. Any plus signs? No. Coefficient, remember? B affects A and 2, and 2 affects A and B, and A affects B, and this is a single term because they all affect one another. They're related or something. Yeah, okay, got it. This one, division. Does the 9 affect each of those? Yep, that's the word. These are all coefficients. That is a single term, guys. It looks complicated, excuse me, but it's really affecting. There's no plus. What do we have here? A plus sign or a minus sign means there are 2 pieces, 2 terms. That's a term, and that's a term. That's simply what it means. Now, if you go to page 9, it's a review checkup. And I think it's easy stuff, has to do with the coefficients. I think you're there. It deals with rewriting like I had you do the x times x for x squared and all of that. And y times y for y to the third, all that, please. At the bottom, it goes to the square root and to the cube root. On the bottom of the page 9, I really think about the only one that might be interesting would be, well, just let me do a couple of these here. I think, yeah, and I'm going to add here a 9, okay. You've got the square root of 25 of 25 over 36. Now, I know all of you have this, and this is easy. What's the square root of 25? You do the top piece. That equals a 5, right? Now, I'm writing at an angle, so yes, my writing's terrible. I don't care, but I'm not going to check your writing either. Square root of 36? Yep, there you go. It's just that simple, guys. You take the square root of each of those. Now, another one that you might not know would be the cube root of 125. What is the cube root of 125? Some of you know that. Some of you may not. 5 times 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. And 5 quarters, 5 times 25 is 125. So the cube root is one of those little turkeys right there. The answer, of course, is 5. Now you got that memorized. In fact, really what you ought to do is 2 times 2. You ought to write your squares. 2 times 2 being 4. 3 times 3, right? 4 times 4, 5 times 5, 6 times 6, 7 times 7. Review. Write that across the top of a page, up through 12 times 12. Then do your cubes. 2 times 2 times 2. What's 2 times 2? 4. Well, what is 4 times 2 more? Yeah, exactly. There's your 8. That's one way to do it. That's your first cube. 3 times 3 times 3. 27. You're a genius. That's good. 4 times 4 times 4, we did earlier, 64. 5 times 5 times 5. Got it? Get a feel for those. There's a lot of simple mental math you can do and will need to do on these problems. So refreshing your times tables, your squares, and your cubes. Hey, how long has it been since you actually did math? Okay, it's a week, 2 weeks. I had some, it's been 7 years since they touched math, but they all make a comeback, and that's great. We're proud of you. It's going to be easy. Okay. Guys, do you believe it? We are already looking at page 10 and 11 on math. As you can see, there's a lot of explanation, a lot of examples, and only a few problems to illustrate. Now, there will come pages with more problems after you review and go after the skills you built on these pages. Most of these pages are that easy. And the explanation, we've looked at 200 sources to find this crazy math, and it isn't perfect. And we've had 3 places we draw our math, but the main one is the very best we've been able to find. And we've done research on this. On page 10, the very first problem shows how to use a parenthesis and how to combine values. It's not that hard. In fact, I think number 1 is the hardest problem, except for maybe number 13, which we get to on the back page. Well, the fraction problem, but I don't care if you do that one. Don't worry. In the parenthesis, we just start and we do that work first. That's the example. What's 6 take away 2? There you go. 4. And what's that? Times 4. Okay? That's what we're going to do next. What you have there? Plus sign. That's simple. What does 8 take away 5? That's right. That's 3 times what? Times 2. All right. That's the best I could do. All right. Let's see you do that well. 4 times 4. You know that one, right? 16 plus what? 6. And you know. There you go. Write that in, you get the exact answer, okay? Easy, pretty simple. Over here, this is really, I'm going to just keep it. Can you handle this, guys? On the next page on 11, if you want to look at that problem, it's got 15, take away everything in that parenthesis. Well, if you got 10 and you take away 3, what do you have? Thank you, 7. And then I can't even write it there. Can you see that? Look, take away 2 more. What is 10 take away 3? 7. And 7 take away 2 more. There you go. So in other words, 5. That's terrible. 15 take away 5. Of course, the answer is going to be 10 right there. Is that okay? So it's that simple. Great, guys. Listen, I'm going to make a quick comment on 12 and 13. So just a second after you finish those problems, and I'll flip the page. Hey guys, I love it. You're down the road on some problems and pages. I am going on to page 12. I didn't write that on the board. We're going to probably package these things where you'll watch a section and then push pause and do the 5 or 10 problems, maybe whatever it is, and then go back to the next section and just keep advancing and try to accelerate this process in your education on the math. I'm headed to page 12, 13, and 14. Essentially, this is some of the simple math they refresh you on. This was designed to be early in the school year when kids had been gone for summer, so it really applies. They plug in small numbers that have you do easy addition and multiplication problems. So you're going to get a number of problems here. They give you an example on 12. There's, what good night, 8 problems on the whole page. But very simply, you plug and play. You put in the number and you work out the problem. I'm not going to mess with you. You just go ahead and put the values in on 12 and do that. And then I pick up at the bottom of page 12. You can pause now.